up to the stage if we could have the next honorees, Isaac Snyder and Miss Jessica Kasher. Isaac serves as the Secretary of National Honor Society, as well as a 4-year member of the Springfield Marching Band. With the marching band, he has served as secretary and trumpet section leader. Isaac enjoys art and has done some fabulous art projects throughout the school years. After graduation, Isaac plans to attend Kent State Stark, where he will work on a degree in environmental studies. He hopes to become a park ranger in the western United States. Isaac is recognizing one of his art teachers, Ms. Jessica Kasher.
Hello, that's Ms. Kasher. She was my art teacher in junior high. She was our art teacher in junior high. The thing I liked about her most was that her class was an environment that I felt totally comfortable about myself in. And this is one of the first times throughout my school career that I felt like being me was a pretty all right thing to do. So for once, the beating of my heart and the darting of my eyes were finally able to kind of cool down. And I realized that, one, I was able to actually enjoy school, and two, I had a true passion for art and creating things. I specifically remember every day at the end of 8th grade algebra barely being able to contain my excitement before going to her class, and now I realize how rare and special and awesome that is, especially in learning. Her room was cluttered to the brim with Five Nights at Freddy's fan art, Corner Sun drawings, Copic markers, and an eternity of yarn. So pretty much a heaven for a bunch of junior high nerds, and a place where if you lose your little trinket worm, you'll probably never find him. Rest in peace, Wormy. Some of the projects she gave us were difficult, I won't lie, and there were definitely times where I thought to myself, this is stupid, this looks stupid, this isn't me, this isn't my style, it's going to turn out like crap, so why should I even continue? But Ms. Kasher always pushed me through to the end of my projects. And I didn't even realize it then, but she was teaching me one of the most important lessons that I've even just now started to be able to see for myself in my art and my life. She taught me to trust in the process, to be able to see for myself, I lost my spot. I'm sorry, guys, I'm nervous. Can you tell? I got the meat sweats. Anyways, trusting in the process. And it's hard to think that it's going to work out when you're not even halfway through and there's watercolor all over your new shirt and you just rip your paper from erasing too hard and you just dropped one of Ms. Kasher's ever so valuable Prismacolor pencils and she's giving you the death stare. Connor Reason knows what I'm talking about. But all of those so-called slip-ups are what makes that finished piece yours. Pretty much everyone shoots for the same general goals in life, whether it is to have better social skills or getting a well-paying job or exercising more often. But the way you achieve these goals, that is the ways you fail and keep going, is what makes the whole experience part of your own personal masterpiece. And that's such a comfortable feeling to have, to know that failing is part of who you are, and it's not a bad thing. It's just part of the learning. So thank you, Ms. Kasher, for teaching me that.
Hi, so we all know that the Top 25 is always filled with impressive students, but I think one of the reasons that you're hearing so many of us teachers talk about this group of kids is because they really have a uniquely special community with each other, and Isaac is definitely a key role in that community, so it feels almost impossible to talk about him without talking about the rest of them. Like Ms. Kreitz mentioned, this is a really talented, really artistically talented group of students. While she was counting down the days till she got them, I was dreading having them move on. Luckily, I got lots of visits from them the following year. But they are super, super talented. They were a ridiculously fun group of kids to teach, and as other teachers have mentioned, they were always involved in a bunch of shenanigans. The main one in my room is that I hate when people put the sun in the corner of their artwork, so they revolted against me by constantly bombarding my room with different variations of corner sons. And I think Isaac was the only one ever to fight on my side of that argument by making full sons and hanging them up in the classroom to combat all of the corner sons. So the other thing I think about when I think about Isaac is probably the second art project he did in my room in 7th grade was about something that was going on in their lives. And so the thing he chose to make his artwork about was, believe it or not, after that speech, being a shy, quiet student. So a lot of you probably got to know Isaac as a high schooler. But as a 7th grade student, he was very quiet and very shy. And so when I see him up here, or have seen him through high school, it's been so fun to see him find out how to share that incredible personality that he's always had with the rest of the Springfield building. He has truly opened up and shown his personality unlike almost any other student. If you would have told me that in 7th grade Isaac would be up here flashing his sweaty armpit at an entire audience, I would not have believed you. But as you saw, he gave a beautiful speech. As other people have mentioned, he's singing karaoke in class, cracking me up all night long. He is such an interesting and fun and smart student. There were teachers at our dinner table all night long talking about what a special and unique and quirky and impressive kid he is, and that couldn't be more true. He was telling me about the 5 instruments that he plays and how he skateboards and how he's in a band and how he loves his job and he wants to work outside. And then he showed me one of the most gorgeous oil paintings that I've ever seen. He's a much more talented artist than I will ever be. And he's just such a special, fun, amazing student. And it's such an honor to be recognized by you tonight, Isaac. Thank you so much.
We have Trenton Stevens and Mr. Kevin Nash come up to the stage, please. Trenton is a member of National Honor Society and is a captain of the Springfield basketball and baseball teams. Trenton is a 4-year letterman in basketball and will soon be a 3-year letterman in baseball. Trenton is involved with the Evergreen Environmental Club. Throughout high school, Trenton has been an honor roll student. In the fall, Trenton plans to attend the University of Akron, where he will pursue a degree in engineering. Trenton is recognizing one of his basketball coaches, Mr. Kevin Nash.
When I entered Springfield as a 12-year-old 7th grader, basketball was growing on me and becoming a sport I wanted to take more seriously. At the end of the fall season, my mother suggested that I should try out for the 7th grade basketball team. At first, I was a little hesitant, but I also really wanted to play since I had started to get better and I was just around the game more. I said, why not, and I decided to try out for the team. About a month or 2 later, basketball open gyms began. I was able to meet the other players and the coach, Coach Nash. As a young, energetic, talkative kid, my first thing was to talk to everyone, including Coach Nash. Coach Nash loved to talk to all of us, at least he acted like he did. We all got along and all had fun. We always tried to have the most fun while also getting the most work done at these open gyms. I think pretty early Coach Nash could see that me and my good friend Mark were going to be a pretty good duo on the backcourt. Mark and I continued to show off our skills and chemistry throughout the open gyms until finally it was time to try out. Although I was already a pretty decent player, these were my first tryouts at the new school, and I don't care who you are, tryouts are nerve-wracking. But just like we thought, Mark, myself, and practically everyone else made the team. Over the span of the short 7th grade basketball season, Coach Nash and I started to build somewhat of a friendship. Obviously, it was no 2 7th grade friend type of friendship, but more of just like a player to coach type of friendship. Coach Nash and I still only sort of knew each other, but over the years that I played basketball and seen him throughout the school, we began to know each other more. My sophomore year, Coach Nash was my coach again. We had gotten a new head coach, Coach Stack, who actually knew Coach Nash from high school. That year, we were stacked. We had Dylan at the point guard, me in the shooting guard, Joe in the 3, Joel in the 4 spot, and Bryson at the 5. We were a very good team, and we all loved having fun. Being a good team generates fun at practice, and having fun at practice allows for us players and coaches to connect more. This is the year that I believe Coach Nash began to have a bigger impact on me. Since this was the first year that I've had him since middle school, he was really able to help me with some things that I really needed to improve on in order to compete at the high school level. My main issue was my attitude, my head. I was always getting in my head and getting frustrated or dragging myself down. The one thing Coach Nash was always able to do was calm me down. Throughout the next 3 seasons of my high school career, Coach Nash would teach me a lot, things both basketball and things that will help me in the future. The most important thing Coach Nash has taught me was how to control my anger and how to stay out of my own head. That helped me finish a great career of basketball and has helped me through finishing school and now baseball. Being in my head was always a really big problem with literally anything I did. Whether I didn't think I was good enough or I would get frustrated at myself for making a mistake, it was always an issue, and Coach Nash really helped me fix that. So with all that being said, I just wanted to thank Mr. Nash. He's helped me overcome with a lot of things in and out of school.
I'm extremely honored that Trenton chose me as his influential educator. I've never had him in class, but I see him at school every day when he comes over to give me a fist bump. I had the privilege of coaching Trenton in basketball for basically the past 6 years. I first coached him when he was in 7th grade, and then as an 8th grader, I still see him every day at practice and in games. And then I had the unique opportunity of coming up to the varsity JV level and being his coach again for sophomore, junior, and senior years. He's a very passionate basketball player because he loves the game so much. However, if that passion ever got him a little heated, I typically was the coach that would help calm him down, as he said. I'm thankful that he was receptive of everything that I told him, both on and off the court. He never ignored me, nor was he ever rude or disrespectful toward me. Trenton is a stand-up guy, and I wish Springfield had more students and athletes like him. He's a very talented basketball player, but more importantly, he's a great leader and role model for the underclassmen. He always shows teachers respect, he is kind to his fellow students, and he values his academics. He's very intelligent, and he works extremely hard in both sports and in the classroom, which is why he's here tonight in the Top 25 Banquet. He has come a long way since 7th grade, and it's truly been an honor to watch him turn into the fine young man that he is today. I'm confident that he will be successful in life beyond high school. I know that he'll do well in college and one day become an engineer. I'm going to miss seeing him in the hallway next school year and having him at practice because as much as I hate to admit this, he's one of the funniest players I've ever coached. He genuinely makes me laugh every day at practice. It's relationships like the one I have with Trenton that make my job as a coach and a teacher so rewarding. No matter where life takes you, I will always be your coach. Thank you.
Would the next honorees head up to the stage, please? Alex Watson and Mr. Scott Fries. Alex Watson is a Portage Lakes Career Center student and is part of the medical technology program. Alex currently works as a resident assistant in a local nursing home. After graduation, Alex will be attending the University of Akron, where he will major in nursing. Alex is recognizing an elementary teacher, Mr. Scott Fries.
Hello, everyone. I have selected Scott to join us tonight to show him my appreciation and for the impact he has had on my life and education. Thank you for your dedication and hard work. Thank you for always listening to your students and doing your best to educate us through the school year. Thank you for spending hours of your free time to plan, grade papers, and all of the other things you did to make the class run smoothly. You always made learning fun, and one of the things I enjoyed most was when we made our own rocket ships with the 2-liter bottles. We went outside to launch our rockets and see who went the farthest. I also appreciated the opportunity you offered me to join the after-school STEM program. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Your inspiration and encouragement helped guide me. I am sure you will inspire many other students to achieve their dreams just as you inspired me. Thank you for being you.
Thank you. I can agree with Alex. We were pretty disappointed that we were going alphabetically. With him being a W, and I was maybe we'll start at the end and work back up, but we didn't. So congratulations to Alex. and his family here. You know, he's got mom, dad, and grandma here, which is, you know, one of the main reasons why he's here at Top 25. I know the teacher's just part of this, but, you know, we can't really do anything without support at home, you know, so I appreciate that. I always remember Alex being he had a lot of self-help skills. So if he didn't do very well on a quiz, you know, he would immediately back up, you know, at my desk saying, what can we do? How can we do this different? You know, what can I work on? And I appreciate that. And, you know, that's why he's here, is because he's always worked very hard, you know, and I appreciate that. And as we need more students like that. And if he didn't speak up, mom might speak up too, which is excellent. Which is, again, that's why he has that trait. So, congratulations. And, you know, I hope all of the Top 25 realize, you know, how much it does mean to the educator. You know, teaching doesn't get any easier as the years go on. And it's little things like this. We just had Teacher Appreciation Week. And, you know, the kids give little notes, and it really does mean a lot. You know, more than a coffee cup, for sure. You know, a little sentiment about something they enjoyed. And we're actually doing our rockets here pretty soon. It's killing me. It's like 300 squats, so, like, I'm getting too old for it. But, you know, he'll do well, and I appreciate the honor, and I'll definitely keep, you know, his name with, you know, a couple of the other people that picked me, and I'll always remember him for that. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
High school and junior high teachers, please don't be discouraged. We are going to recognize Teacher Appreciation next week. So we'll shower you with some love and affection. I hope that through this program, what you have realized is that this group of students, the Top 25 in the class of 2023, they're a great bunch of students. They are special in so many ways, and we will remember them always. As we finish, what we would ask is that the students who were here tonight as Top 25 and the educators who were recognized, we need to take some photos. Are we doing that on the stage, Mrs. Hanna?
I think we're going to go to the rotunda because I think we can get a better picture.
Perfect. So I know that it's late, but if we could get those people to head down to the rotunda, let us get some pictures and you can go on with your evening. Thanks so much.